You may need some time to, pardon the pun, warm up to our next story. If you are in Singapore, get ready for silkworm satay in restaurants or cricket custard on supermarket shelves. Because the island nation has approved insects as food, bugs can now be imported and sold for consumption for both humans and animals. 16 species of insects have the approval, including grasshoppers, moths, crickets, and silkworms. And there is a strict regulatory framework in place. But why does Singapore want bugs on the menu? Are other nations part of this creepy, crawly club? Here's a report.
We hope you're not having dinner right now, but if you are, would you like some bugs with that? The options are endless. How about silkworm satay, maybe chili lime cricket tacos, or grasshopper ganache cake for dessert? Sounds bizarre? Soon these dishes could be on the menu in Singapore. The island nation has given creepy crawlies the green light. In Singapore, insects have been approved as food for consumption by both humans and animals. So don't be shocked if you see mouth-watering mealworms on supermarket shelves, or white grubs as well, grub in restaurants. But can people eat whatever crawls under their beds? Not so much. Singapore has issued a strict regulatory framework. 16 types of insects have been approved for consumption, including certain types of grasshoppers, moths, crickets, silkworms, grubs, and bees. These insects cannot be harvested from the wild. They have to be imported for consumption, then treated to kill any pathogens. But why do the insects need to be imported, and why does Singapore need insects in the first place? The answer lies in Singapore's agricultural landscape. By virtue of its small size, Singapore does not have much of an agriculture sector. It imports 90% of its food, and that's a lot of reliance on other nations. So Singapore wants to change this. It wants to be more self-reliant. This is the city-state's 30 by 30 goal. It wants to have 30% of the nutritional needs met locally by 2030. But the pickup will take a while. In the meantime, Singapore has an alternate strategy. It wants to diversify, hence the insects. Their import will reduce the burden on the Singaporean food industry. This may be a challenge as well. After all, eating insects is a novelty in Singapore, but the government hopes the nutritional value of bugs will have some appeal. Many insects, especially crickets, grasshoppers and mealworms, are rich in protein. They contain plenty of antioxidants and minerals, and Singapore is not alone in saying this. The United Nations is appealing to the public to accept bugs as food because they come with two benefits. First, they are packed with nutrients. Secondly, they are a sustainable source of food. Insect rearing emits fewer greenhouse gases, so bugs can help us in the battle against climate change. A lot of benefits here, which is why some nations are warming up to the idea, including the European Union, Australia, New Zealand, South Korea and Thailand. They have all allowed the consumption of insects, and different nations have their own favorites. In Japan, there's a tradition of eating grasshoppers. Grasshopper tacos are a delicacy in Mexico. Ants, crickets and tarantulas are commonly eaten in Thailand and Cambodia. So if you can get past the initial creepy vibes of the creepy crawlies, it may serve you well to warm up to the idea of insects as food.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
We start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Washington,